A Minneapolis wedding DJ built a #1 hit by splitting himself into pieces across a multi-track recorder. A white soul singer's label hid his face to fool radio programmers. And one song was literally written in 7 minutes while racing to a hospital delivery room. Number 12, You Must Believe Me by The Impressions, 1964.
Be serious, no time for fun, while trying to
Curtis Mayfield tuned his guitar to F sharp, nothing but black keys, creating a sound nobody else could replicate.
It just didn't happen that way. No, it just...
When The Impressions hit ABC Paramount's Chicago studio, they were balancing two worlds, love songs and civil rights anthems.
No matter what the people might say, you must
This one chose ache over activism.
happen that way. Whoa, it's all
Mayfield's high falsetto floats over Johnny Pate's jazz-flavored horn charts, while Sam Gooden's bass voice anchors below.
right. Whoa, it's all right.
Notice how the brass never overwhelms, just punctuates between vocal runs.
Darling, tell me, why are you crying? You say
The arrangement feels cinematic, distinct from Stax's raw punch or Motown's assembly line.
now all over town. Darling, you know.
Martin Luther King used impression songs to motivate marchers, but this track lived in a different space.
Tell me something that I've done. The things you've heard could
Late night radio, slow dances, promises whispered and meant from Chicago's sophisticated soul to pure unbridled gospel power.
just get. There's nothing else to say about my love.
Number 11, Cross My Heart by Billy Stewart, 1967.
Cross my heart that I love her.
He doubled words mid-phrase, trilled his lips like human percussion, and scattered through verses like a jazz horn player who forgot he had lyrics. Billy Stewart didn't just sing, he transformed songs into spontaneous compositions that changed every time. At Chess Studios, a young drummer named Morris White, years before Earth, Wind and Fire, kept time behind Stewart's vocal acrobatics. The brassy Latin-tinged groove hit number 34 R&B, respectable but not massive, yet Northern Soul DJs in Britain later adopted it as sacred. Catch those signature lip trills that sound like no other human voice ever recorded. Stewart's Ford Thunderbird crashed into North Carolina's News River 3 years later, killing him at 32. While Stewart pushed vocals to their limit, a Detroit duo created the ultimate bedroom ballad.
You know what breaks my heart a little? Only 1% of the people who watch R&B vinyl are actually subscribed. 99 out of 100 of you keep coming back, vibing with the grooves, feeling the stories, reliving the voices that built soul itself, but you still haven't hit that button. Think about it. You've spent time here, maybe even rediscovered a song that hit you right in the chest, and yet you're walking away before the next track drops. Subscribing costs nothing, not a cent, but it means you'll never miss the moments that remind you who you were when that record first played. R&B vinyl isn't just music, it's memory, it's heritage. It's the pulse that still beats under everything we love. Don't just listen from the sidelines. Be part of the 1% who keep the soul alive. Hit subscribe, stay, groove, and keep the record spinning with us.
Number 10, This Time by Kiara featuring Shanice Wilson, 1988. Shanice Wilson was 14 when she recorded this duet, her voice already carrying weight and control beyond her years. The track spent 22 weeks on charts, peaked at number 2 R&B, and became a quiet storm staple. Late night radio where lights went down, and this smooth reconciliation soul set the mood. Nick Martinelli crafted synthesizer textures that shimmer and swell, while programmed drums swing with just enough human feel. Right before Shanice's solo, the keys drop to almost nothing, then build back as her voice climbs. It's New Jack swing without the aggressive edge, all velvet and warmth. One listener loved it so much she named her daughter Kiara Shanice. From teenage prodigy to seasoned master of bedroom soul. Number 9, Love Me Down by Freddy Jackson, 1990. By the time this hit number 1 R&B in early 91, Freddy Jackson had perfected the slow-burning, heavily suggestive ballad that somehow stayed elegant. This was his 9th or 10th chart topper, part of a run that made him Quiet Storm Radio's most reliable voice. Barry Eastman layered Roland-era synths with live sax from Najee, crafting what one critic said would make Barry White blush. Don't ever let go. When those keys slide in during the intro, then Jackson's tenor arrives almost whispering, "You know exactly where this evening is heading." Hot 100 placement had disappeared for Jackson by this point, but R&B radio kept him in rotation because this was the soundtrack for When the Sun Went Down. When it seems like it's over. From intimate slow jams to powerhouse vocal proclamations. Number 8, Show Me the Way by Regina Belle, 1987. Newsweek said she simultaneously recalled Aretha Franklin, Sade, and Anita Baker. That's how Regina Belle arrived when this debut single hit 4 different Billboard charts at once. She'd studied opera at Manhattan School of Music before the Manhattans discovered her and brought her to Columbia Records. Nick Martinelli gave it that Philadelphia international sheen, warm without being slick. Belle's full-throated delivery soars over the arrangement, gospel-rooted but pop-accessible, hitting number 2 R&B. Notice how she holds notes just slightly longer than expected, creating tension the band releases with horn punctuation. This launched a career that would eventually land her a Grammy and an Academy Award 5 years later. From Philadelphia Polish to Chicago's grittier underground soul. Number 7, Just Loving You by Ruby Andrews, 1967. Zodiac Records operate out of Chicago with barely any national distribution, which meant incredible music often went unheard. Ruby Andrews possessed a deep, powerful voice that could shift from delicate to devastating within a single measure. and the Brothers of Soul gave her material that deserved far better than a number 48 R&B B-side placement. This track is pure Northern Soul gold now, a dazzling up-tempo stomper that UK collectors hunt and pay premium prices to own. The rhythm section drives relentlessly, while Andrews tears through the vocal with gospel urgency, strings sweeping behind before brass punches accent her phrasing. British DJs made it a cult classic when American radio mostly ignored it. From underground Chicago to the crossover phenomenon that fooled everyone. Number 6, What You Won't Do for Love by Bobby Caldwell, 1978.
I guess you wonder where I've been.
TK Records faced a problem. They had an incredible soul single, but knew R&B radio wouldn't play it if they knew the singer was white. So they put Caldwell's silhouette on the album cover, face obscured, and sent it to black radio without photos. Stations added it immediately. When Caldwell appeared live and the secret shattered, demand increased.
What I would not do.
The track climbed to number 9 pop, number 6 R&B, went double platinum. Caldwell sang with a voice that made racial identification impossible from the recording alone. Then hip-hop discovered it. Tupac's most famous sample, Aaliyah Common, Notorious B.I.G., introducing him to generations who had no idea about the original deception.
And I can't let go.
While Caldwell crossed boundaries by hiding, the Spinners accidentally created a standard. Number 5, I'll Be Around by the Spinners, 1972.
There's nowhere to go.
The musicians at Sigma Sound laughed when Tom Bell played them the arrangement because it seemed too simple, then knocked it out in 40 minutes flat.
Now it's up to me.
Bell's writing partner was on her honeymoon, so he grabbed high school friend Phil Hurt, handed him a rhythm track, and Hurt wrote lyrics that popped into his head almost immediately.
You call me, I'll be there whenever you want.
Atlantic released it as a B-side. Radio DJs flipped the single and played this instead.
I found out today that all the words
It hit number 3 pop, number 1 R&B for 5 weeks, sold over 1 million copies. Norman Harris's octave guitar riff sits right at the front while the MFSB rhythm section locked into a groove, so deep it became a template for disco. Bobby Smith sang just slightly off the beat, giving it conversational intimacy that Philadelphia sophistication reaches its absolute peak here. Number 4, Best of My Love by The Emotions, 1977. Morris White knew The Emotions when they were teenagers, had drummed for them around Chicago back when he was still a session player. When Stax folded, White signed them and brought his entire Earth, Wind, and Fire operation into the studio. His brothers on drums and bass, the Phoenix Horns, Paulinho da Costa. Al McKay's cassette had a chord progression so slow it barely moved, but when they sped it up, bam. Lead singer Wanda hit the demo an octave too low until Morris stopped tape and asked her to jump up, creating that bright, soaring vocal. The song hit #1 pop for 5 weeks, won a Grammy, became the #3 biggest song of '77. Hip-hop sampled it over 60 times, while the Emotions brought gospel to pop perfection. One woman crossed the Atlantic with Accidental Genius. #3, right back where we started from, by Maxine Nightingale, 1976. The song was written in 7 minutes while 2 men drove to a hospital where one's wife was giving birth. They booked Maxine Nightingale for a demo session at a tiny studio, cost under $100. Nightingale initially refused to record it, only agreed if they'd release it under a fake name because she hated singing that high. The commercially released version that sold millions worldwide is literally the cheap demo. The bassist confirmed it years later with amazement. It hit #2 Hot 100, went gold, and became an unexpected sports anthem when Slapshot used it. Now hockey teams from New York to Toronto to Sheffield play it after home wins. Sunita's cover went top 5 UK 13 years after the original. From accidental brilliance to deliberate revolution. #2, Papa's Got a Brand New Bag by James Brown, 1965.
So good, so good. I got you.
Brown had just won complete artistic control from King Records, walked into Arthur Smith's studios in Charlotte during a tour stop, and recorded something so radically different the label executive who heard it first absolutely hated it.
Papa's got a brand new.
The session lasted approximately 1 hour, one take. The original tape ran nearly 7 minutes and sounded terrible, so the engineer spent 2 days editing and sped up the tempo.
I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't have.
On the raw version released decades later, you can hear Brown shout, "This is a hit," just before the intro. What made it revolutionary? Brown emphasized the first and third beats instead of traditional backbeat, the birth of funk. Guitarist Jimmy Nolan debuted his chicken scratch style that every funk guitarist after copied. #8, Pop, his first Grammy, the rhythmic future we live in. From the godfather of soul to the Minneapolis wedding DJ who proved you didn't need soul at all. #1, Funky Town by Lips Inc., 1980. Stephen Greenberg was a wedding DJ who wanted to escape Minneapolis's bland scene, so he wrote a song about New York, played nearly every instrument himself through multi-track recording, hired Miss Black Minnesota as vocalist, and created a track that hit #1 in 28 countries, while the actual singer never appeared in a single music video. European performers lip-synced instead. The iconic 10-note synthesizer riff, the vocoder effects making Cynthia Johnson's voice robotic, the 4-on-the-floor disco beat. It all came together in one small Minneapolis studio. 4 weeks at #1 Hot 100, double platinum, somewhere between 8 and 20 million copies sold worldwide. Greenberg never left Minneapolis despite writing a song about escape. One DJ who split himself into pieces and captured the sound of an era ending and another beginning.